Hi, welcome back to Burning River Bushcraft. Today we're going to be doing a review on the December 2020 Apocabox. Apacobox is a bi-monthly subscription box from Creek Stewart. This is my first chance to do a review on this, so let's jump right into it. So the Apacobox is $50 with $10.95 shipping. And like any of Creek's stuff, there's no contract. So you are getting each bi-monthly box individually. If you decide to stop, no problem. If this is the kind of thing you like to see, go ahead and click like, click subscribe, ring the bell to be notified of my next videos. Leave me a comment in the comment box. I'm also available on Instagram and Facebook at Burning River Bushcraft. I have a blog as well at burningriverbushcraft.com. Some of my more detailed courses I teach online at outdoorcore.com. So this is my first Apocabox, and I know generally they follow a theme. So let's go ahead and cut the seal on this thing and see what's in it. So first thing out of the box is a contents list. So this is Apocabox 2020, and then it gives you everything in the box and a little bit of information about it. And also on the back, there is an Apocabox Survival Skills Challenge. And this month's challenge is carving a wooden Santa. So I'm all about carving, so this is great. I love the fact that in addition to gear, you're actually developing a skill as well. And there is a video tutorial for this. I'm going to go ahead and carve this Santa Claus, or attempt to carve the Santa, in another video. So next out of the box is some bling from Creek here. He has another show coming out January 3rd, Could You Survive, on the Weather Channel. So the first product out of this box is, boy, that's a doozy. I think that's fire stock. I believe that's how that's supposed to be pronounced. And let's see what's in the bag. Okay. So this is a slow match. I've made these in the past. This one's pretty cool. So a slow match, you can carry an ember. You can, once this is charred, you can light this with flint and steel. You can transfer this glowing ember, light a bird's nest, and then you withdraw it, and that snuffs it out. So once it's withdrawn and snuffed out, when you need to use it again, you can just push the end of this, which is going to be charred, nice and fluffy. This would light with a ferro rod, but this would also work real well with flint and steel, a low flint and steel spark. So this is cool. I have used one of these in the past. The one I had was not this nice, obviously. It was kind of jakey, so I didn't carry it that often. And with this much hemp rope in here, this thing's going to last a long time. So here is an eye mirror tin. Let's see what this is. This looks pretty cool. This looks like it could be a first aid or self-aid type item. Probably used as well for signaling. So with the directions out, I've got a small hinged tin here first. I'm going to see if I can get this open. It's pretty cold today, so my hands don't work too well when it's cold. But inside the tin, so this is probably going to carry the entire contents of the bag. And it looks like we have a convex mirror and an eye patch. So this is going to be a multifunctional item here. I have a cotton ball, which is going to work in conjunction with the convex side of the mirror. I've got elastic. So with the convex mirror, I can make an eye patch. I can pad it with the cotton ball. The elastic is going to hold it in place. And then I've got two small cut Q-tips here. And that's going to be just to clear the eye out, to get the foreign debris out of your eye. And then I've got some char material as well. Yeah, so this is pretty unique. I have never really lit a fire using a convex lens before. This is from Reptile Tool Works. And it's a pretty nice compact system. It does a couple things for you. Obviously, you can use it as a signaling device on a brighter day than today. You can use the char material, another way to create a fire, and as an emergency self-aid or first aid for another person. You can pad it with the cotton ball after you remove the material with the Q-tip, and then go ahead and patch up with the other side of the lens. This is pretty neat. This is just one of those small compact kits that does multiple functions for you, and it's nothing I've really ever used before, so I'm excited about this. All right, so next out of the box, this is going to be probably the Santa that we're going to carve. And I'm not sure what this is. This is a cedar. It doesn't smell like cedar, but it's a soft carving wood. Very soft. I can put my thumbnail right into this. So the next item I'm seeing here, this is a expandable bushcraft belt pouch. So what this is, I've actually never had one of these before. These are cool. So it's got snaps, so I can put it through my belt, or I could set this on the straps of my backpack or a haversack. And it's nice and compact, out of your way. It doesn't do anything for you. Doesn't take up a lot of space. And then when you need an expandable pouch, this thing opens up, and now you've got quite a large bag to have on your side. So this has a ton of functions. So a pouch like this, the first thing I'm thinking is fire material. So as I'm walking through the woods, if I come across something that I want to make a bird's nest with or whatever, I'm popping this pouch open. It does have drawstrings on top. That's awesome. So another thing I'm thinking with this bag that I'm going to personally use it for is just for foraging. So if I'm out just taking a stroll around the woods and I see something that I want to take for later, it's going in this bag. So if I find any wild edibles, if I find maybe some bones or something that I want to take and make primitive tools with, everything's going in this bag. I don't have to search through the rest of my gear for it. It's all held right here on the side. And with these drawstring pouches, I don't have to worry about losing it. So in addition to the wild edibles and the fire stuff, this is something, if I'm down by a creek bed and I see rocks for either a shepherd's sling or a slingshot, this is going to be great for holding ammo for. When I shoot up all my allotted ammo for the day, it rolls back up, folds nice and tight on your belt. This is definitely pretty cool. So the next thing I'm pulling out here, and I had to use the contents list on this one. This is a fire sickle stick. This is kind of cool. I've never seen anything like this. I didn't know what it was for. I didn't know if this was for a project or something as well. So what this fire sickle is, this is just a popsicle stick with waxed jute on it. And then you can kind of pick this off. Roll off what you need. Now jute's a great string. It's a great natural string, but when you use it for a bird's nest or something like that, that's when you're really doing something with it. So with this little bit cut off here, so you're not going to be able to make a complete bird's nest out of something that small, but what I like to do with this is just give myself a heart to the bird's nest. So something maybe the size of a golf ball when it's puffed out, and then that's going to catch a spark pretty easy. And then I'll use this to ignite the natural materials, which is definitely not going to be as flammable or as dry as this. So there's 36 inches of this wax jute on here, and this is like 3 or 4 inches. So we have a lot of fires in something that's really compact, and you're really not going to think twice about carrying this with you. So next up, this is going to be Mama Jute. So this is like similar to the last, the fire popsicle stick. So this is just a giant piece of jute rope that's just coated with wax. And the concept with this one is you just cut a small piece and hit it with your ferro rod or hit it with whatever you were using to make your fire, and this is just going to take off like mad. I'm just going to cut off a real small piece of this. So you can see there's 4 different lays. I cut through all 4 of them. And you can see when I open this up, all the exposed fibers. So down here in the box as well is a small wooden spoon. So that's actually a pretty handy size. This is not something you're going to want to dip your hand down into a bag of Mountain House and try to eat. But for something to have with you, you can keep this in your pocket, in your haversack or whatever. But this is definitely handy. This beats using your dirty hands for sure. So I have a water bag in here as well. Oh, this is awesome. So this is a 5-liter collapsible water bag. So this does have a flat bottom, and this is a great collapsible container. Containers are king when you're in the wilderness and you're only going to be carrying so much in your canteen or whatever you happen to have. So something like this, you could either reserve it for clean water, which I think I would do. I think I would use this for regular camping, for my potable drinking water. If I boil water or if I filter water through other means, I would put my clean water in this. Another thing you could do would be to use this to go down to your water source and collect it. The collapsible bags like that don't work as well if you have a slow stream. So for me, for my use, this is something I'm going to carry with me and use for my drinking water that's been filtered or clean drinking water. You can see it's got that cool Apacobox logo. This is nice. This is definitely something I will be using. All right, so here we have 2 zippered pulls. This looks like paracord with a ferrocerium rod. So this does a couple things. You know, like right now it's pretty cold, so just to be able to unzip your outer layers and stuff, this would work. You could put this on your jacket. Because I've got 2 of them and because I've got 2 different colors, what I'm going to use them for is I'll differentiate bags inside my main gear bag. So I've got a couple waxed canvas pouches from Campcraft, and one of them I just wrote on there fire, and that's where all my fire stuff is. And if I replace it with this nice bright red pull, it's going to be a little more visible. It's going to give me an extra way to make fire, a little extra cordage. And then my other bag that I keep my tarp lines and my stakes in, I can use the black pull. All right, so I have one more bag in the box itself, and this is the Honey fire tool. Oh, that's pretty cool. So you can see it's got a tapered socket just to carve a stick when you're in the field. We got directions in here, and we got chain and some screws as well. So let me look at what all this product does. First thing I'm seeing is a fire poker, obviously, but now that I've got chain on it as well, I'm betting this is going to be a pot hanger. So this Honey fire tool, Honey is Navajo for fire poker. This is from Reptile Tool Works as well. And it does, first function is going to be exactly what it looks like. It's a fire poker just like you would have in your house. So I've got a socketed handle. I can carve a stick when I get where I'm going. You can push logs with a regular stick just as well, but the fact that I can hook and drag a log back into the flame, that's what's going to make this work a whole lot better for you. Now it does have a couple screws, so I can screw it right to the stick. And I've also got a chain here, so I can take the chain and I can chain it down the line a little bit and screw a chain in or secure a chain somehow. So probably for just regular fire poking, this is not that big a deal. I can also see using this tool because this is just mild steel and it's pointy, but it's not sharp at all. This would be really handy for picking wild edibles. I know I've got grapes out back, and I've got some staghorn sumac, and it all grows real high. So I personally don't like to just lash a knife to a stick and be holding that up. So something like this, I can grab a branch, pull it down. I should be able to pull the berries off the staghorn sumac as well. So I think that's going to work out really well for this. So besides reaching up and harvesting wild edibles or maybe a dead branch that I want to use for friction fire or something, this hook would work really well on the trap line as well. I could carry a staff with me and slip this on when I need it, so I don't have to worry about losing it or securing it all that well. I can probably just twist fit it on. And then if I have a trap in the water, rather than wading out and getting it, I can just hook the chain and pull the trap up, either set off or with an animal in it. If with an animal in the trap, I would probably want to secure this with the screw. If I had this chain in place, I would probably good just lashing it on or securing the chain further up. So if it does slip off, I'm not losing my tool in the process. So because they didn't cut this flat, because they gave us a little kick here, this is going to work really well as an improvised digging tool. So I can dig a little cat hole. This hook shape with the chain together is going to make a pretty handy pot hook. And then you can adjust the chain. You can slip it up or down, depending on how close you want it to the fire. So this is going to work out great for that. And if you're in a hurry and are just using an improvised tripod, instead of lashing it together, you can just use this chain to wrap it right around it. So you could wrap this around the 3 sticks, hang your pot off your fire tool, and then just adjust the legs out. So this has been the December 2020 Apocabox. This is absolutely a steal at $50. There's a lot of cool tools in here. Everything's unique. You're not just getting standard same old type survival items. I like the fact that there's a skill challenge involved as well. Some of the products I will be using in other videos, just a little more detailed use of the product. So go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I'll show you those later. Pictures, I will have still pictures up at my Instagram and Facebook page as well. So I would highly recommend the Apacobox. I don't know if there are leftovers from the month or if they just sell exactly what they have. Most of the previous month's boxes always say sold out. So sign up now for next month. You can do that at apacobox.com. The next month is going to be out in February of 2021. So never again do you have to think about what you should be getting for your birthday or for Christmas or for anything else. The Apacobox is it. Sign up for it at apacobox.com. Creek also has the Survival Skill of the Month Club as well as a Plant of the Month Club. He's got a lot going on. Check out his website. Until next time, this has been Jamie Boggs with Burning River Bushcraft. See you soon.